What is going on, guys? Today we are back with the Type 10, the insanely powerful stationary weapon that came out with our Pacific Theater update. This was a weapon that was found on both the two new maps, but when it came to Pacific Storm, this stationary weapon was literally everywhere. So there was plenty of opportunity to use this gun and be effective with it. On Wake Island, the Type 10 has returned. There are two Type 10s on the map right at the very start for both on Conquest near A-Flag and Breakthrough on the first sector by A-Flag as well. These are not found as plentiful as on Pacific Storm, but jumping on these Type 10s at the start of the round can give you and your teammates a little bit of an advantage. When it comes to Breakthrough, you want to jump on the Type 10. Then you can look over to the right and see the capture point B on the first sector. What you'll notice immediately is the attacking team moving their landing ships towards B flag, since there's really not much the defending team can do to prevent this, unless of course you jump on the Type 10. It's the one thing the defending team can do to slow us down. You'll see the transportation vehicles being helpless to your Type 10, shelling them as they move along the water. This will all help keeping the enemies from quickly at the start capping B and getting behind you and your teammates' front lines. And now what's kind of interesting about this Type 10 on Breakthrough is its placement. If you look over to the left, you can actually see the home quarter spawn of the attacking team. It's so close that you're able to take out anyone who jumps on their anti-air gun, which can be a big help for your pilots. This was actually pretty surprising to see. I was thinking originally that maybe this was broken and DICE didn't intend to have such close line of sights, but it kind of started to make sense because now you're able to quickly get the jump on the transportation vehicles, as there's really nothing preventing them from pushing all the way to B flag and getting behind you and your teammates. So I don't know, maybe DICE messed up here, maybe they will patch this out later. Regardless, if they move the home quarter spawn over a little bit, you still will be able to take out those transportation vehicles pushing towards B flag. When it comes to Conquest though, I prefer jumping on the other Type 10 that you can use. It's there as well on Breakthrough, but I found the one I was just talking about to be more efficient for the Breakthrough game mode. However, when it comes to Conquest, I suggest jumping on this Type 10 at the very start. You'll notice again immediately the attacking team pushing, this time towards F flag, and again makes it really easy to pick them off and keep the enemy team from getting a very good jump at the very start of the round. Like how the other Type 10 was on Breakthrough, you'll be able to see one of the home quarter spawns and are able to hit the anti-air gun on top of the ship. So again, not sure if this is intended this way, but hey, if you want to help control the skies, there's a way on Conquest to do that. Now, of course, these clips make the Type 10 look invincible, and they really aren't. They are extremely fragile and don't take many shells from an amphibious tank to finish you off. Really, your only hope is that the amphibious tanks either don't realize yet there's a Type 10 on the map showing them as they're pushing forward, which can still be a possibility since Wake Island is kind of new still, but really your only hope is that the amphibious tanks are so far out in the water that when you begin to shell them, as they fire back onto you, they lose accuracy because they're going to be bobbing up and down in the water. So that's really your only hope in my opinion. You do have to watch out for enemy players sneaking up behind you and shooting you in the back. You can try laying down tripwires maybe to prevent this a little bit, but there's really not much you can do. It's going to happen several times, especially if you're doing really well with the Type 10. You also have to watch out for the amphibious tanks when they make it on land, because then you're pretty much done for. There's not really much you can do. You can try laying mines around your stationary gun, but really, unless you get lucky like I did here in this scenario where they completely forget about you and you jump off your Type 10 and they can't see where you're at, and then you're able to jump on it and catch the tank off guard, there's really no hope for you. With all that said though, these two Type 10s are really more for the defending team. The attacking side, it doesn't really help you out all too much. However, I will point out, if you're on Breakthrough and your team has captured A flag on the first sector, you can try jumping on the stationary gun that faces B flag, and you can possibly help your teammates out as they push up. I mean, you're bound to get 1 or 2 kills, and if not, you can at least destroy all the buildings and make it really easy for your teammates to find anyone who's hiding inside. So when it comes to that though, the other Type 10 that's on the first sector, if you're like on Conquest, it doesn't even face any flags at all, and again, it doesn't really do you all too much if you're on the attacking team. So do keep that in mind. It's really more a defending weapon. But what do you guys think about the Type 10s on Wake Island? They're not as crazy as like they were on Pacific Storm, but I do think they shouldn't be left unnoticed, especially at the very start of the round. But that is it for you guys today. Again, I always appreciate you guys being here. I'm Livin, and I'll catch you guys again later.